ever got in trouble, I would be there on the double just to bail you out.
Hi everybody! Welcome to episode 5! It's episode 5! Oh my gosh, it's gone so fast. Of Renaissance Woman. Backstage at Something Rotten with Heidi Blickenstaff. You'll notice we are not backstage. We are in Central Park again. This time I'm not gonna sing for you. Sorry. The reason we're in Central Park is because this is my first training day back on the bike for the MS bike ride. I have lots to tell you about that. Most importantly, if you want to be on our team this year, we have a brand new Broadway Bikes team. And if you smart internet savvy people go to YouTube and you search Broadway Bikes, you're gonna find it. And my husband and I have a little informational video, and it will tell you everything you need to know, and it'll lead you to the Bike MS website, and you can donate to us, which we would love if you would do. Or you could actually be on our team, which would be even more amazeballs. So that's what I'm gonna do, a lap around the park right now. I'm gonna sweat like a German lady. We have some fun stuff planned. We've got another fun book nook and a really fun interview with Brian Darcy James that I hope you enjoy. It's hotter than an MFer out here. My husband and I are gonna do some stretches. The one thing that's great about training for the MS bike ride is my husband usually rides in front of me and he has a really nice butt. Hey, I'm gonna do a lap. Cross your fingers. Go to YouTube, search Broadway Bikes. I'll see you after my lap. Mwah! Lap number 1. That was not easy. So, Broadway Bikes, if you want to join us, please join us. You will be biking alongside some of Broadway's finest, like this awesome sweaty person. Michael Barras is doing it with us. Douglas Sills is doing it with us. We're gonna get a lot more people. We want you though too. That hill at the north end of the park is no joke. But I did it! I'm gonna drink this water now, and then I'm gonna be hydrated. Oh, Broadway Bikes on YouTube, or we have a Twitter page too, which is at BWay Bikes on Twitter. I did a rotten act, and it didn't hurt much at all. Ah! Hi everybody.
Get comfy.
Get comfy, everybody. Look who it is. It's Brian Darcy James! Thanks for doing this, Brian.
You're welcome, Heidi Blickenstaff.
Everybody on the vlog was definitely asking for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so Broadway.com, here's Brian Darcy James. So,
I'm here.
I had an idea for just a fun little game. I hope it's fun.
Okay.
It's called This or That. I'm just going to ask Brian some questions about
things. Have you trademarked this?
No.
You should.
Maybe I should.
Well, let's see how it goes first.
Okay, but the first thing that we'll do is I got you a cookie from Schmackery's. Now, one thing Brian and I have in common is our favorite cookie from Schmackery's, which is Funfetti. Funfetti! With an Italian accent. But they didn't have it. It was in the oven.
That's
and it was
fine.
too warm.
Anything that's in that bag is perfectly acceptable. I've noticed that during your vlog that you sometimes aren't afraid to eat. So let's continue that tradition.
I think it's a good tradition. Thanks. Okay, let's start. This or That, everybody, with Heidi Blickenstaff and Brian Darcy James. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Oh.
No doubt about it.
Ah.
Although I do like a little salt with my sweet. So like a caramel thing with some salt in it.
Okay. You like
It's
a chocolate-covered peanut butter pretzel from Trader Joe's, frozen?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or those pretzels filled with peanut butter.
Yes.
I think they're also from Trader Joe's. I could live on those. Wow, they're good.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Me too.
I was never a Star Trek fan. I just never got into it. I would see it on TV and I just, something about it, this may be sacrilegious to say, but I could see the artifice of it.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah. You know what I had the other day?
Tell us.
I had a Pabst Blue Ribbon, which I hadn't had in a really long time. Went to go get some crackers
Crackers and beer.
on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get a little snack or something for my wife and I to have after the show. And I saw this little 6-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon, which was the beer that was in my family. You know, my dad used to drink that back in the day, so I had a sentimental, gravitational pull towards it.
How was it?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Don't do that. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Me too.
I have just hold on. Don't move.
Sorry. Holding.
I don't know if you can see that. Is that good? That's Josie.
Josie.
My
She's
daughter
so
took that.
pretty.
But anyway, that's Josie, our English Springer Spaniel, who's 3.
So sweet. I met her in the park. She's adorable.
She's a great dog.
Sean Connery or Daniel Craig?
I think I'd have to say Sean Connery, only because I shook his hand whilst wearing a kilt. And I think that means something.
How'd that happen?
He has a great benefit that he does called Dressed to Kilt. People from all walks of life will do a runway model thing wearing kilts. I don't know who receives the money, but he definitely is helping people by honoring the tradition of the Scotsman.
Goes right in his pocket.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's?
Ben & Jerry's.
Oh, that's where we part ways, my friend. Football or baseball?
Football. I'm a pretty big football fan, yeah. I played football. I hear you laughing.
I believe it.
I played football. I was the Flea. I was Brian the Flea James back in junior high school.
The Flea?
I was very small and I was fearless and I would just run into people's knees. And I was a nuisance. And then about 9th grade, 10th grade, people started growing and I did not. And so I just thought, that's dumb. If I do that, that's just dumb. So then I joined the theater.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fear I'm disappointing you with my answers.
I don't know, I just love pie. I do love pie.
Fair enough.
No, it's okay.
I have nothing against pie.
I don't have anything against cake. Okay, we can move forward.
A little defensive.
I don't know. Breaking Bad or Mad Men?
Oh, that's a good one. I think Breaking Bad.
Yes! Movies or theater? You have to pick.
Could you be more specific, counselor, in the question?
You have to be in them. You can only be in one medium. You can also plug your movie.
Oh, then movies.
Brian has a new movie coming out called Spotlight, which we're all incredibly excited about.
Yes, it's very exciting. November 6th is when it comes out.
So go and see that.
Yeah.
Elton John or Billy Joel?
Well, Billy Joel is kind of... Oh, we're just getting agreement from our cameraman.
Our cameraman, who's also my bae.
Elton John and Billy Joel kind of were both mainlined into me like in 7th grade, and so I'm kind of predisposed to just like having a huge kind of battle royale with them as being my favorite. But Billy Joel was kind of my go-to guy.
Brussels sprouts or broccoli, Brian?
Ooh, this is interesting too, because I have recently had a reawakening. Well, that's not even right, because I never even liked Brussels sprouts when I was a kid. I never had them.
That's what I was
just
trying to get
because I would see them and I would just say no. And now somehow someone convinced me to have a Brussels sprout, and I said, well, yes.
Did you have it with bacon in it?
Maybe. I like Brussels sprouts.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I remember you told me you don't like vegetables. When I first met you, it was like, I don't like vegetables.
It's typically the first thing I say to people when I meet them.
Summer or winter Olympics?
Summer. There's just more room to kind of like, move around and like, not when you're watching. It seems a little more agreeable for them to participate.
You care about them. They have more room in the summer.
It's just not
That's
cold.
his answer.
It's not cold.
Dukes of Hazzard or Starsky and Hutch?
Starsky and Hutch.
Gene Kelly or Fred Astaire?
Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
Gene Kelly.
Me too.
That's kind of how I dance. That's kind of what what I'm known for.
Totally what you're known for. Plucking or waxing?
Oh God, I think that waxing seems just terribly wrong.
It is.
So I just think by default, plucking seems to be more
Just a little
humane.
more rational.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In my case, though, I mow.
Great. Be as a woman or be as a man?
Is that like the verb be?
To be as a man or not to be as a woman?
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Be as a woman, for sure.
Right?
The beard is scary.
Weird, right? Well, this has been our one and only game of This or That with Heidi Blickenstaff and Brian Darcy James.
Definitely trademark it.
Totes. Thanks, dude. Bye, everybody. Hi, you guys. I'm super sad because my favorite segment is coming to an end. But one of my most favorite people in the whole world I get to interview now, you guys, is Alex Pevick.
Hey!
How are you?
Good, Heidi. How are you?
I am good. Check him out, you guys. What's the best thing about dancing in this costume?
Just feeling sexy in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, leather boy. Okay, where are you from?
Hawaii.
Really?
Yep, born and raised there, then lived in California, and now out here.
That's super sexy.
Thank
Are you a surfer?
Big time surfer.
Really?
Yeah, I try to go every other weekend or so up to Montauk and do some surfing. You gonna
That's
come with me
amazing.
sometime?
I would love to. You could teach me how to surf, only you have to protect me from the sharks. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex and I were in Most Happy Fella together, and I loved watching you dance every night. He's super sexy, but he's one of the most beautiful dancers I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you, Heidi.
I get to do 2 shows with you. How lucky am I?
So lucky.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my living room. We are in the middle of moving madness. And I thought since the Book Nook is such a popular segment on the vlog, I would go through some books and give them away. And as much as I hate to do it, I think I'm gonna give the Harry Potter series to Housing Works and let some other person enjoy them. But while I'm giving these books away, this is Olive, by the way. This is my dog child. Hi, hi. Isn't she the sweetest ever? She's helping me. You know what else is helping me? This Kiki Sauvignon Blanc from the Marlborough region in New Zealand. Okay, wait, here's one other thing you need to know. So my editor, Hoots, don't edit this out, Hoots. He made me only choose 5 Twitter questions, but I can't do it because there's so many good ones this week, so I'm gonna just do it really fast. Sorry, Hoots, suck on that. Annie Crowley asks, if you could cast the other tossers in Rotten Broadway, who would each of them play? It's an amazing question, Annie. I have to cast Susan Blackwell as Lord Clapham because her favorite thing in the world is playing old men. Susan, you know I'm not lying. I'm gonna cast our director, Michael Buress, as Nicholas Bottom. I would cast Jeff Bowen as Nigel Bottom, which is interesting because they're brothers in the play. But in real life, they have a different relationship. I would cast Hunter Bell. It's a toss-up between Shakespeare or Brother Jeremiah. Both? Or maybe Larry Pressgrove plays Shakespeare. Out of the box. Edward, I-T-T-L-E, I don't know, I gotta go fast. When did you get involved in theater, and what was your first show and role? I'm from Fresno, California. My mom took me to go see Oklahoma at Roger Rocca's Good Company Players Dinner Theater, which still exists, by the way. Such a great place where I cut my teeth as a little kid. I was like 6 and I saw Oklahoma, and there was a little girl in it named Lori Blue. Are you out there? I love you, Lori Blue. And I saw her and I was like, wait a minute, little kids can be in shows? And I auditioned to be a part of that theater company, and I was a part of that theater company until I graduated from high school, on and off doing roles in shows, but my very first role was in the ensemble of Hello Dolly. Put on your Sunday clothes. I can't sing because we have to go fast. But guess who else was in the ensemble of that show with me? Audra McDonald. Google it. Allie Brimmer. Loving the vlogs so much. I'll probably binge watch them once it's all over. Any TV show you love to watch over and over or binge watch? I'm obsessed with Breaking Bad. I was so attached to those characters. Jesse Pinkman, I dreamt of him. I wondered where he was going in the car. I needed to know that he was okay. I secretly watched the entire first season of Orange is the New Black in one day. I love watching Fixer Upper. I love all things HGTV. Corrine, loving the vlog so far. Okay, I'm reading you loudly and clearly, Corrine. What is your advice for someone who's trying out for their school play? Advice for dealing with nerves. Okay, I'm gonna try to go fast, because we could have an entire very special episode about this entire thing. I would say when you're trying out for your play, try your very best to just be yourself. And that's the thing that I tell kids over and over again, is that no matter how much they want to be someone else, I want to be Elphaba, I want to be whoever, just know that there's only one you. You're the only one that can be you. So if you can just focus on what's wonderful and weird about you and try to, be proud of that. I know it's hard to be proud of what's weird about you when you're a kid, but if you can figure that out, I don't know, you've cracked the code to life. But breathe, take deep breaths, drink a lot of water. And I'm gonna have to write a book on the nerves issue, because this guy has suffered with nerves since I was in Hello Dolly with Audra McDonald at age 7 or 8. I have been nervous on stage, but I'm actually kind of better now. All right, sorry, Corrine, I love you. That's a good question. On to Amy Shin. Have you ever forgotten a line whilst on stage? Of course, there's more. Do Broadway actors ever, in all caps, make mistakes? Love from Korea. First of all, that's amazing. I make mistakes on stage, as do the rest of my cohorts, pretty much on a showly basis. That's live theater. Your tongue gets tied, you get distracted, somebody looks at their phone in the middle of a show and your eye goes somewhere else and suddenly you forget your lines. It happens all the time, and you just have to, jump right back on the train and forgive yourself in an instant and try to move forward. Jen at Nutcase101. What do you do after a show to relax? Also, what was your first role as an actress? I'll have you know that the very first role I ever played was for Cynthia Merrill's dance studio. She was doing a ballet production of The Wizard of Oz, and I played Toto, and I was magnificent. Laura Campbell, she's obsessed with rotten Broadway. She can quote it all. Any chance she could get a 16th birthday shout out on the vlog? Laura Campbell, happy birthday! Sweet 16, make good choices. Okay, Sanford Marcus. Here's my rotten question. Can you do your next Q&A without playing with your hair? Will you accept my non-hair playing challenge? Thanks, Sanford. I know I play with my hair a lot, it's my thing. Chris V86. What is your favorite candy and why? If I had to pick, it's gotta be Butterfingers. I love a Butterfinger. I like peanut buttery, chocolatey things. I like a frozen Reese's peanut butter cup. Viviana, we get a glimpse into what Christian likes to read every week, but what about you? Any preferred genres or favorite books? I love to read, and I devoured The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series, and I was so upset when it was over because my Lizbeth was over, and that author is dead now. So, my friend Brooke Shields wrote this book. I'm not giving this away. I like thriller. I don't like horror genre, but I like thriller genre. We actually have a book club at work, and I'm so busy that I haven't been able to read the book, so I'm currently not reading that book, which is To Kill a Mockingbird, which I've read in high school. It's a fantastic book. Maddie Clary. Hey, love your voice. Thanks, Maddie. Listen to the soundtrack all the time. Maddie, I'm gonna do you a favor. Jeff Bowen would tell you it's not called a soundtrack, it's called a cast album. Did you know that? Just a little bit of trivia. Obnoxious trivia. I was just wondering what your dance experience is. I have a dance background. I was in dance class starting at 2 with Miss Cindy, Cynthia Merrill Dance Studio, who came to see Something Rotten. Hadn't seen her in 35 years. So sweet. I took ballet, tap, jazz. I was in point shoes. I took it all. And I started out as a dancer when I came to New York. That's how I was cast, first and foremost. And then I started singing loudly, and now I do that. Florence Morgan, I was wondering, when you were really little, did you have any other aspirations, or was this a lifelong dream being on Broadway? Pretty much it was always being on Broadway, but for a slight second, I had one other very strong aspiration, and that was to be a flight attendant. That's it. Those are all the questions. I think I did it in record time. Thank you guys so much. Keep those questions coming. We have 3 more weeks. I love you guys. I'm gonna keep packing these boxes. Bye.
Run, Bambi, run! Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
Hi. Didn't mean to scare you.
Not at all. Welcome back to Christian Borle's
Book Nook!
With me, as ever, is Baron von Stanchen-Merkin.
Hi, Baron. Looking good.
How's your August treating you? I'm going to get right to the book.
Right to it. Let's
we have
go.
a lot of business this
do.
week. Obviously, I think people who've been following the Book Nooks to know that it's been an exciting week. This week, and it's a bit of a left turn, actually. Baron, are you ready? Bambi. That's right. Easy. Try to easy on the profanity.
Wow.
This is a book by Felix Salten. So here's what happened. I was doing Mary Poppins with Jonathan Freeman, who's now playing Jafar.
I love him. Did Mermaid with him. Great.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
There's a bit of tension between them.
It's a long story.
Okay, well, there are 2 sides to every story. I went over to Jonathan's once. He gave me chapter 8 of Bambi, which is about 2 leaves hanging on at the end of autumn, having a conversation. And it is one of the most beautiful things you're ever likely to read. And this whole book is actually, don't think the Disney movie, obviously the Disney movie was based on this, but it's totally different. It's actually very kind of dark and a little brutal about nature, and it's really one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. Fun fact, season 1 of Smash, I gave this book to I was disappointed too. I gave this to the entire cast as a wrap gift. And I think they all had the same reaction, which was, thanks. You can only find it used, but somebody is going to win this actual copy, which was owned by Jimmy S. April 10th, 1948.
Wow. That's a treasure.
Leads me to, obviously, what we've been doing.
You guys.
Acts of kindness. It's been so amazing. I want to give big props to Baron von Stanchen-Merkin for running the Twitter page.
It's Baron, you guys. Baron's the one who does it.
I wouldn't even know where to begin, so great. So let's get to the winners.
Yes,
I'm going to
please.
announce 2 this week. First up, Eckhart Tolle's The New Earth. I'm giving 2. Before I get to that, I want 2 shout-outs at KM_628, who made her very own book nook today. How's about that for her very own book nook?
Amazeballs.
Well done. Also, a huge shout out to Jennifer Fatone at Cajun Down Under, who's already up to Random Act of Kindness number 13.
We
And
did
it's
say
not
quantity.
even- Quantity really, really will help. So keep going, Jennifer. There are still 6 more books to give away. This is not your week. I'm bestowing Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now to Natasha Liebert, Lybbert, and she writes, at Rotten Axe, and I think you'll understand why I chose this. One of our horses had diarrhea, and I helped my dad clean the horse, so he didn't get poop smacked with the tail. Hashtag really rotten acts of kindness.
There's your winner,
So,
Christian.
Natasha, I have a feeling you could use this. It's
Yes.
coming your way. Queen of the Tierling, I am bestowing upon Katie Lemlin. She writes at Rotten Axe and at H. Blix. This is really amazing. I've been handing out water bottles to the homeless and random people this week. It is up to close to 120 this week. So, fantastic.
Amazing.
Remember, you guys, this is in no way means that the other things that you guys haven't done aren't worthy. It's so fantastic to read. Isn't it amazing to read?
It's amazing.
Baron,
It's such a great thing.
You're inspiring me, you're inspiring other people, so keep up the good work. And go big, get out of your comfort zone, really. Scare yourself a little with how kind you can possibly be. And it is, as ever, as Katie knows, very important to hydrate.
That's right. Hydrate, be kind to each other, and read.
And read. This has been Christian Borles.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, you guys. It's the end of my 5th week of the blog. Thank you so much for coming with me again. But I'm a little bit sad because I feel like I didn't have my favorite people in the vlog enough this week. I miss them.
Who are you talking about, Heidi?
I'm talking about my girls.
Hi.
I missed you guys.
We're here. We're always here.
We're always here
Up
at something.
your butt and your nose and in your
And behind
face.
your chair. On the
Yes,
floor.
always.
Bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang. We love you guys. Join us again next week with my crazy, crazy friends.
We're still here.
That's Something Rotten on Broadway for Renaissance Women. We love you guys. Bye.
There's no problem that's too big. When you're married, that's the gig. So don't be a sexist.